What's up everybody and welcome back to An Idiot's Road to Glory, episode 43. We were jumping straight in with some FUT Champs gameplay and actually forgot to turn my Elgato on and record the very start of this game to show you this guy's team, but this was one of the most ridiculous games of FIFA I've ever played. The connection and like the responsiveness of my players and the look, what was that pass? And just, it was mental. All I'm going to say is it is a good job that this was played on Monday morning. Usually Mondays are absolutely fine connection wise, but because FUT Champs is still on, there's obviously loads of people playing FIFA and it's horrific. But all I'm going to say is it's a good job this guy I was playing against wasn't very good at FIFA, otherwise I would have got absolutely smashed. So while we watch some of this mental gameplay, we're going to do comments of the day, which comes from the boss, who says go for the Lacazette option, because that looks different from a meta style one. So I actually really did like the look of that Lacazette squad that I posted. It just looks a bit more fun, I suppose, a bit different is probably the best way to put it. But we'll come on to the results of the poll, what you guys decided, in a minute once we've done some FUT Champs gameplay, and we'll get into what we're going to do with our squad and open some of our packs for our pre-ordering. That's what we'll do. We'll open a couple of 15k packs for pre-ordering. Anyway, we score what is probably the worst goal I've ever scored in my life on this game. I don't know. This guy was struggling to clear the ball away, I assume because of button lag as well. Accidentally passed me the ball with my Mane and he finished it reasonably nicely. And then we went through on goal with Mane again, battling with his informed Lala. Nice little cut inside and we couldn't quite get the finish, but I'm still working on getting that skill move. Doesn't always work and it tends to only work against people who aren't quite as good at FIFA, but I'm still working on it, trying to perfect it and what's best, and I'm trying to bring in other skill moves into my arsenal as well now to be able to do different stuff and spice it up a bit against actual proper good players that you end up playing towards the end of FUT Champs. But like, look at this game, man. Neither of us can keep the ball, neither of us can pass. We eventually play it down the line to Mane, who gets a nice little cutback. We give it to Firmino, turn inside and score a finesse shot. And like I said, it's a good job this guy wasn't sick of FIFA, because if we were playing against someone who like finishes elite and stuff, they'd have dropped back and covered that finesse. And the only way we were scoring was these crappy little goals. We were getting proper lucky. We slip Mane through on goal again. And again, we get lucky. He tackles me. It comes back to me. Again, we do a nice little turn and drag back. And then a perfectly timed finesse into the far corner. But it was just a little bit jammy, to be honest. If you like, we deserved to win the game. But it was such awful gameplay to be playing. It was, the connection was so bad. Like, you can see the stats now as we go into half time. Like, I don't feel bad that I was winning, but it was just such a horrible way to win the game. As we eventually watch Sadio Mane scored 2 goals. That obviously isn't Sadio Mane, so that is something that EA need to sort out. But he scored a couple. He's doing really well. It's as if he knows that I kind of want to get rid of him and makes a new team. And he's like, please don't tell me, Andy. I'm scoring loads of goals. But we're going to get rid of him anyway. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'll show you guys the potential teams. But yeah, anyway, we had like 56% possession, crap loads of chances, all of the goals inside the box. And this guy was barely creating anything. So we deserved to be winning, but it was absolutely horrific gameplay to be playing. And like, it isn't my internet. Again, look at that. Passed it and it's come straight back to me. We do then play a really nice through ball down the line to Salah, who does a nice fake shot, La Croqueta, and finesse shot into the... I think even that was deflected, actually. And this guy rage quit at 4-0. Like, we were playing alright, but we were playing as good as we possibly could with the horrific connection. But it's a Monday. This is on Monday morning now. Everyone else who lives in my street and my area is basically in work, so it's absolutely not my internet being throttled, because I can play Div Rivals, sorry, not FUT Champs, every other Monday absolutely perfectly. The only difference is the fact that there's FUT Champs is still on, so there's loads of people on the servers. That's the only difference to a normal Monday. And it's horrific and you can't play it. It's usually quite responsive on a Monday because there's no one on my internet or no one on the local internet and throttling and all of that. As we score a pretty nice goal here with Mane. Lovely couple of skill moves and a finesse div far post. That was very nice. Like I said, working on the new skills and stuff like that. Need to get that stop and turn one in a lot more. But yeah, like usually on a Monday, there's no one playing FIFA that much, Div Rivals and stuff, because they've just finished FUT Champs and no one's bothered about grinding that at 10 o'clock on a Monday morning. And my internet is obviously absolutely perfect because it's a Monday, it's not prime time, everyone's in work, and it works absolutely beautifully. But this Monday, even though my internet, nothing's changed, the game just plays terribly. As again, we score a nice little goal with Sadio Mane again. He's on absolute fire. Another little skill goal, baiting him into the turn and then doing the heel-to-heel chop to go around him and cut inside and score. So I don't know what it is. The game's just a little bit off its head. There was loads of outages and downtime and stuff like that, and people getting kicked from games in FUT Champs across the weekend. Maybe the servers are just still struggling, but I don't know. It's doing my head in either way as we jump into another game. This is actually going to be the final game before we come live, show you guys, give you guys a couple of options of what we can do with the team. So you guys chose the general theme of the team in the last, or the episode before last, and in this one, now that we know that we like our defense from the last episode, I'm going to give you guys two options basically to choose from, and you can see what's going to go down. But first, we need to play this game where this game, actually, the connection wasn't too bad, and if you give the ball to Harry Kane on the edge of the box, he's going to score. He's just ridiculous. But this was a bit better, the connection into this one. And I absolutely battered this guy. Like, sometimes I'll say I battered the people, and it's a little bit of a close game, but like, I can't remember how many times we hit the bar, how many one-on-ones we went through, and his Ederson made an absolutely ludicrous save. How many times we rinsed them and then didn't get a free kick, even though we've just scooped in through the middle of his two players. Now we slot Mane for own goal here, take a touch. Watch the replay for this one. This one's absolutely hilarious. Is it coming? Here comes the replay. Through ball to Mane. Beautiful first touch. Timed finesse, far corner, and smashed off the face of Dani Alves instead of going in the goal. And then obviously, with all that saying, he's obviously going to score an absolute screamer with Martial, isn't he? So the amount of times I hit the post and it didn't go in, he hits the post once and it rockets across the line and goes in the far corner in the 65th minute to make it 1-1. And we ended up in extra time, which was incredibly frustrating, especially as once we got into extra time in the 97th minute now, we're storming for own goal with Salah. Perfectly timed, driven shot. Obviously, it hits the post and doesn't go in because it is me. I was absolutely raging in this game, all over him. Absolutely battering him, chance after chance. We've even subbed on at this point a bloody player of them of Hazard, who still can't, perfectly timed, but can't get it past his Marquinhos. It was ridiculous. Like, look at this. This is the first time I probably took note of the stats. Look at the state of that. It was mental. And half of my shots that were off target there hit the bloody post instead. Mad. Madness. Absolute madness. But like I said in the last episode, it's one of them. We've just got to keep playing your game, and if you play like that, you will win. You mightn't win every single one of these games, but you'll win 90% of them. And luckily for me, this was one of the 90%. Hazard with a lovely bit of footwork into Salah, and we finally managed to not hit the bloody post and score in the 110th minute. It's just about keeping your composure and keep playing your game, and eventually, in most of the games, you will win. And luckily for me, that is exactly what we did. That is how the game ended, in a stressful is the word for that, stressful 2-1 win. A lot closer than it should have been, as you can see by the end game stats. Absolutely mad. He scored from miles away with Martial. The amount of chances we had in and around the box. He had 3 shots in the box. Triggered. I was triggered. So that was where we actually finished playing FUT Champs this morning. As we jump out, you can see that we've got 7 wins. We're almost into Silver 2. We want to ideally get at least to Silver 1. Because that's where you get, like I said, I think in the last one, that's where you get an actual proper pick. You can see 7 games. 7 wins there, which is, as we will jump to live, you can also still see we've got 7 games, 7 wins, and 556,000 coins as well from selling our squad fitnesses. 45 of them I've sold here. You can see the pages and pages and pages and pages of selling them all. We've even got these 3 Salahs, and then we've got 1 more of them in the club, so we can get to 600k by selling him. And then we've got crap loads of rare golds just chilling here, who I'm waiting for the Champions League SBC to come out. And I picked these up for 900 coins, hoping for SBCs for like 83 rated squads. But apparently when the Champions League SBC comes out, every rare gold, because you need to trade in 6 rare golds, to get them. All the rares are worth about 1,000 coins. So we'll sell them all on for a little bit of profit and get rid of them once that happens. But first of all, let's just go and open our reward packs, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit about, or basically give you guys another poll, and you guys can vote on some stuff with what's going to happen with my team. So in the last poll, as we open this pack, and I turn my speakers down because that was incredibly loud, we had about, I think it was about 5,000 votes. Let me just double check for you guys. We had 5,441 votes, and 36%, almost 2,000 of them, voted for an Mbappe squad that was 4-2-3-1. And we've been playing 4-2-3-1 today and yesterday, and we've been playing really, really good. So to be honest with you, I think that's a very, very good idea. We had 25% said 4-1-2-1-2 Mbappe, 24% said the Lacazette one from comment of the day. People really liking the originality of that one. And then Bale only got 13% of the vote, so we won't be going anywhere near him. So what we're going to do is we're going to try the Mbappe 4-2-3-1 that you guys suggested. However, not necessarily the one that I actually showed you guys, because I've been playing about and trying to work out the best way that we can make a squad around these guys. And I'm going to show you basically what it is and give you guys a vote. Because I've got a 6 squad in mind, but it costs about 2 million coins, so I can't quite afford it. But there's two big players in it, basically, as I'm sure you guys can see from the thumbnail. And you guys are going to vote between which one of them I should get first. So there's basically a completed squad that I want that I can't afford. And we need to put a holding player in one of the positions and get the sick player, and then wait while we use the holding player and eventually get the other sick player. And I'm going to let you guys decide which one we pick up first. So let's get rid of them. All of them stupid kits and stuff like that. And let's grab our over 15k back. We've had Mane in one of these, but other than that, they've all been absolutely garbage. Yeah, this one isn't a walkout either. Is it even going to be a board? No. Okay. Oh my god. We sold him in the other episode. He's worth like 1,000 coins, I think, because of the Serie A SBC. Let me get him listed up before I forget, so I'll double check his price. Caicedo, you are worth, is it like 950, something like that? Stick him up, we may as well take them. He's artificially priced because he's a discard value player, isn't he? But because of the fact that he is being used for the League SBC, he's worth a little bit. And then is that maybe this guy is for the Bundesliga, not the Bundesliga, he's German, but he's not in the Bundesliga, for the Liga and one. Because people don't want to trade him, like, nah, he's absolutely worthless. Okay, we'll just discard him. We'll discard the kit, Vicarage Road, all that stuff, get ourselves an extra few coins. And 1,000 coins, thank you very much. They were pretty awful packs, not gonna lie to you guys. However, we've also got over here, I believe this is the Movember kit for keeping clean sheets, so make sure you claim that, which is very nice. I'm actually really liking using the Halloween one, so we're going to keep holding that one. We're going to keep using that one for now. There's a couple of nice. That one's really nice, actually. You need to score with some Russian players to get that, so I might have to do that because that looks really, really good. But anyway, this is my current team, as we've seen in the last episode, and I really like Marquinhos and Ederson. Absolutely quality players. As you've just seen, we've won 7 games out of 7 with this team, so it is very, very nice, and dominated basically all of them. However, we do want to upgrade. We've got 600,000 coins sitting there that needs to be spent on some players. So I'm going to show you guys what we can potentially do. So this is, I believe this is the, no, this is the Gareth Bale one. So you guys absolutely hated this one. Nobody likes this squad. So what I'm instead going to do is I'm going to bring back most of my team, and I'm going to show you guys basically my logic of what I've gone through, the stuff that I've thought about when wanting to build my team and keep my team and stuff like that. Who I want to keep, who I want to get rid of, who I want to change, all of that sort of stuff. And I'll show you what's going to happen and what you guys can vote on. So, if I bring back Mo Salah, who, like I said in the last episode, absolutely sick, ridiculous goal contributions. Harry Kane, mental player, I absolutely love him, one of the best ones that I've used on this game. We've got Sadio Mane, who again is very, very, very good. Especially considering the price of him, to be honest with you. He's like almost an elite tier player. For that price, it's absolutely crazy. We need ourselves to switch formation, to bring in our Rabiot, who's obviously untradeable, so we'll get him slotted in there. And then finally, the last player, the last piece of our puzzle is Roberto Firmino. So this is our squad, and I'm going to talk you guys through it a little bit. You obviously voted for a 4-2-3-1 squad with Mbappe, so the first thing that needs to change is Mo Salah needs to be replaced by Mbappe, and that's actually a change I'm really looking forward to. Haven't used him on my main channel, on my Xbox pay-to-win account. He's very, 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 very good. But one of the problems with this team is I really, 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 really don't like Rabiot. So that is someone who also absolutely needs to go. I like my defence. I want to keep Alexandra if I can. However, there is the option to switch to Telles to save myself about 140k or something crazy like that if we do need to. We discussed that. He's not actually that much different, so it's fine. We can use Telles for now if we need to free up some coins from Alexandra. That is something that we can do. I like Mane. He's decent, and I really like Firmino. He's very, very good on this game. He's not quite as effective from centre attacking mid, but you can still see, like, ridiculous goal to game ratio. Like, what's that? 209, sorry, goal contributions in 224 games. Now playing over half of them from camp. It's absolutely crazy. He's ridiculously good, and we'd like to keep hold of him. He's not essential. He's not quite on the level of like, oh my god, Harry Kane just scores. It's mad, and he wins your games you shouldn't really win. But Firmino's very good, and if we keep hold of him, we would quite like to. Mane, not too fussed. He's pretty good, but there is other wingers out there, like subbing on my play of them with Hazard and stuff like that. Makes you realise that he's not quite god tier. So he's going to go. Lucas, inform Lucas Leiva. Decent player, not god tier, and someone I really, really, really want to bring in is Fabinho, and you guys have been banging on at me for ages to get him into the team, so we're going to pop in a concept version of him, because he's just ridiculous. Every time I play, he instantly drives me mad, so you can kind of just straight up swap. But the issue is, how do we get these guys onto chemistry? So one of the things I was thinking about is, we were doing like 4-3-3, the third variation. Obviously this works quite nicely, The problem with it is that we need a strong link to Kane there. So it has to be like Heung-Min Son or someone like that, unless Sterling gets an inform this week on the left wing. And then we still need a strong link to Mbappe, which again brings in like Rabiot, or basically Rabiot, which is not very good. So I was struggling quite a lot, and there's going to have to be sacrifices made, either sacrificing Harry Kane, as we've seen in the last episode, or sacrificing having to use Rabiot, or maybe use Fekir or something like that and sacrifice Firmino. Basically, it wasn't really working. However, I had an absolute brainwave, and we can do this squad by keeping all of them, by switching to 4-5-1. The reason this is magical is because Mbappe is instantly on full chemistry just from a strong link to Meunier. The reason it's magical is because Fabinho links to Marquinhos and Thiago Silva and basically just gets chemistry off the Premier League players. Harry Kane is chilling up front by himself and can be just given strong links around him and stuff like that. I mean, we can even just put Firmino there. He's on chemistry because of the strong link to Fabinho. Mbappe is on chemistry because of the strong link to Meunier, and we just need to finish this off with a little bit of Brazilian, or Brazilian basically is what we need. We could go for a Serie A left mid who gets a strong link to Alexandro and bring in that, but that's Brazilian anyway, innit? It's Douglas Costa, and then just put like a Premier League. What would we need? Another. So we'd have Firmino in the centre, Mbappe on the right, Douglas Costa or Brazilian or something like that on the left. Fabinho or CDM, so we need another CDM, and we can give him a strong link with Dembele to our boy Kane, or we could use Fred and get the strong link to Firmino and Fabinho. Basically, options are aplenty. However, we can make this squad absolutely god tier by going like this. Firmino on this side for the Brazilian link. Neymar, as I'm sure you guys have seen from the thumbnail, it's going to pop a loan in, but we'll obviously buy the actual real one. And playing in there, another man who I really wanted to get in, but we couldn't quite work out a way. Like you guys seen that other squad, it was so hard. We'd have to sacrifice so many players, and this guy was basically impossible to get in without using icons and Pogba and stuff like that, which cost a bloody fortune. But it can be done like this in N'Golo Kante. It's magical. It's actually sick, and it would change in game to a 4-2-3-1 Mbappe squad. So if we do that and we change it to 4-2-3-1, we have at CDM Fabinho and Kante, which is madness. We have wide left cam Neymar, wide right cam Mbappe. In the centre, we get to keep our boy Firmino, and up front, we get to keep our boy Harry Kane. We've basically just switched the squad up. So instead of Lucas Leiva, we've got Fabinho. Instead of Rabiot, we've got Kante. Instead of Mane, we've got Neymar. Salah for Mbappe, and the other two, the rest of the guys are the same. And this team is actually sick. The only problem with it is that I can't quite afford all of it at once. So this is where you guys come in. This is where the vote comes in. So I'm going to move these guys down to the bench, and I'm going to make a hole in the squad. We can afford, probably with our Foot Champs awards, we can afford the Neymar. So we can afford all this quite easily. Like, if we sell Salah and Mane, well, I mean, we can just straight up buy Mbappe and Fabinho with our coins anyway, because we've got like 600k, so that's absolutely fine. We can just buy these two. If we sell Salah, Mane, Benatia, a couple of the informs, and get our Foot Champs rewards and stuff like that, we can probably just about, if we do a bit more trading and stuff like that, afford to get Neymar and Moussa Dembele is probably the way that I would do this. We could use Fred, we could use Fernandinho. I'd probably go for Dembele just because I've played against him and he's really, really frustrating and annoying to play against. So we can do that. So we can have Neymar and Dembele. That is one way that we can do this squad. Or we can splash out the coins, and we can definitely afford this one. We can definitely afford to buy Kante because he's about 250k cheaper than Neymar is. So he can slot in there. And then left wing, we just need a Brazilian. So I mean, we could maybe go for inform Charleston, but I don't think he's going to be particularly good. He's only going to be like 81 rated. That'd be a second inform Felipe Anderson. Could go for him. We could go for Willian, who is in form, costs about 180k and looks pretty decent. Or, as I was saying before, and as people have used quite a lot and say he's really, really good, we can just go for Douglas Costa. When I actually eventually get to the concept, we can just slot him in there, and he works absolutely fine. And then when we work up the coins, and we can afford both of them, we can work towards getting Kante or work towards getting Neymar, depending which way around we do it. So these are two squads for you guys, and then eventually, no matter which one you guys pick and which way to start off, we are eventually going to work towards that. And then the next thing we probably would do would be working towards... I think maybe because we do it this way, if we moved Fabinho to here, no, that doesn't get full chemistry. I was going to say and bring in like Varane. Let's go in there. I think probably what I'd do is eventually upgrade Firmino to somebody like... I mean, this is like properly down the line if I'd get Cruyff, but even just someone like Hadji or something like that, get myself an icon, chilling in a cam, or even drop out Harry Kane and get myself an icon striker, get myself an icon centre-back maybe. I think that would be the next logical upgrade from this team, because the defence is we got the best left-back and one of the best, like, left-backs you can have Marcelo, Alba or Alexandro. Right-backs you can have Mounier, Walker, Inform Cancelo, but I don't really like him. That Juan Fran, but I didn't do it. So there's not that many options. So we basically got, out of the top tier fullbacks, we've got 2 of them. Our centre-backs are pretty sick. Like, I really, really like them. And we've got a decent goalkeeper. I would like to get in here that stupid little trio of Varane, Sergio Ramos, Courtois at some point. But maybe we could just bring an icon and then do it a little bit differently. So if we got an icon in, even just a baby icon centre-back for Marquinhos, drop Kante back here, put Varane there and put Courtois there, that gets full chemistry for all of them. So there's options that this squad can be upgraded as we play with it and see what we don't like and do like and stuff like that as we go through. So that's what I really like about it as well. 4-5-1 makes it quite easy to change the squad up and do upgrades and things like that. So let me know what you guys think by voting on the poll. Should we get Kante first or should we get Neymar first? That's the choice for you guys. I'm going to, at some point this week, sell my squad and then we'll buy this one back, probably during FUT Champs Rewards. It's going to be nuts. I'm looking forward to using it. We should have a full, actual, proper weekend league next week because it won't be my sister's graduation. It's going to be looking really, really good. This squad is looking very, very, very nice, and I'm excited to try Mbappe properly and Neymar properly, not his loan, when we do eventually get all of them into the squad. And I can't wait to just get Kante in my midfield because he's just ridiculous to play against. He's so annoying. Same for Fabinho. So I'm really positive. It's looking really good. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with the results. Or maybe the next time, depending if I record another episode before I see the results.